Let it be placed on the record that 55 out of 55 Justice members physically present manifested their support to the approval of the committee report, to the attached resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment as amended. The chair therefore declares the motion unanimously approved.
Madam Chair,
Hearing is suspended.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable DSJ Suarez.
insofar as we have acted on all the proposed amendments of our colleagues, again, I move for the approval of the committee report, the attached resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment against the Vice President Sara Z. Duterte as amended. So moved, Madam Chair.
Second, Madam Chair.
There is a motion to approve the committee report with the attached resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment against the Vice President as amended. The same has been seconded. Is there any objection?
Madam Chair, just a bit of an amendment to the motion.
What's the pleasure of the Honorable De Lima?
Can we add with the attached articles of impeachment?
We
Because
are following the wordings of the rules of impeachment,
Yes,
which
the
says
attached,
setting forth the
the
articles of
articles of
impeachment.
impeachment. So no need to specify with the attached.
I don't
articles
think
of
it is
impeachment.
needed.
Thank you.
We're following verbatim what is provided in the rules of impeachment. Is there any objection? Hearing none, then it means that this is unanimously approved. But again, for purposes of accuracy of the record, may I request the justice members present to raise their hand to show support in the approval of the committee report, the attached resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment as amended. Please raise your right hand. Oops. You may put down your hands. Let it be placed on the record that 55 out of 55 justice members physically present manifested their support to the approval of the committee report, to the attached resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment as amended. The chair therefore declares the motion unanimously approved.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
The Honorable Ko.
Madam Chair, may I briefly explain my vote and express a reservation?
Like, how many minutes will it take?
Maybe 2.
2 minutes. Okay, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over the weekend, as the articles of impeachment and the report is also being finalized, this representation sent over comments on substantive matters to specifically on the wordings of political destabilization. So while this representation is gladdened to have some of its comments taken in consideration in the final complaint, at the end of it, I'd just like to express on the floor my reservation in the use of the words political destabilization in the subheadings, treating it as a crime in the same vein as grave threats or inciting to sedition. And my last manifestation, Madam Chair, is at the end of the day, this representation cannot agree to the inclusion of the act, quote-unquote, inciting to sedition as forming the grounds of impeachment. And the bigger reason is political, which is that it is being used unfairly and unjustly to critics and activists, as the Philippine law broadly defines the crime as any speech in any form that generates hate, quote-unquote, against government or any of its officers. There have been instances in previous cases wherein inciting to sedition was used, where it is said that, quote, if it arouses among its viewers a sense of dissatisfaction against the duly constituted authorities, specifically in the case of Bicoy versus Duterte, this is already inciting to sedition. And this is why, Madam Chair, I have reservation in the use of that. And I believe it is already sufficient that the crime of grave threats to President Marcos Jr. and to public scrutiny in general, security in general, should be enough. But nonetheless, this representation voted yes to the articles of impeachment. That is all, Madam Chair.
The manifestation of the Honorable Ko is noted. Pursuant to Section 9 of the House Rules of Procedure in the impeachment proceedings, the committee report, together with the resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment as amended and as approved, shall be submitted to the House and shall be calendared for the consideration by the House within 10 session days from receipt thereof. In this regard, the committee secretariat is directed to provide copy of the approved committee report with attached resolutions setting forth the articles of impeachment to the respondent Vice President, the complainant, as well as the members of the Justice Committee. So ruled. May I solicit the necessary motion?
Madam Chair,
The Honorable D.S. Janet Garin,
move to adjourn.
considering that we have approved already the committee report, the articles of the attached resolution setting forth the articles of impeachment, we are now adjourning the impeachment proceeding of the Justice Committee. The hearing is adjourned.